Alright, so I'm on a Suzuki S40 Boulevard, 650cc, 1-cylinder, and I had a sub ask me a really good question that I know I was thinking a lot about when I was looking for my first motorcycle to buy, and ended up going with this one, and that is a 650cc motorcycle, cruiser specifically, enough power? Am I going to grow out of it as a beginner rider? So this is a perspective coming from someone who's been riding for about 8 months, and this is my first motorcycle, and I wanted a cruiser. It just fit my disposition and idea for riding more. I'm already a very cautious person, and I'm not interested in speeding. So I knew I didn't want a sport bike, and I just love the look of cruisers. But anyways, after about 7 months of riding, I thought, absolutely not, this is a perfect bike for me. I can keep up with traffic just fine. I can dodge away from cars just fine. In city traffic, on the highway, I have no problem. And I would say absolutely not, 650cc cruiser is just fine. But then I went on a group ride with some other more experienced riders with Mountain Motorsports of Roswell, so a dealership, so people who are more experienced and had a different kind of bike than me. I can't remember all the bikes that were there, but I looked up what their 0 to 60 time, and everything was under 5 seconds. They could all accelerate from get to 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. And on my bike, it takes about 8 seconds. So I really noticed that a lot when I was on a group ride, that I would be left behind every time we left an intersection, a stoplight, anytime we needed to accelerate. That is when I noticed that my bike didn't have as much power as others. But only then. That's the only time my bike has felt like it doesn't have enough power to me, is when I ride with other people that are more experienced. And the thing though is a sport bike at 650, you wouldn't have that same problem. Like, I know the Kawasaki Ninja 650cc, that goes from 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds, I believe. I know for sure under 5 seconds. So if I had been on that with the other riders that I went on that group ride with, I wouldn't have had that problem. So I will, I'm not going to change bikes though. I still love this bike, and I've only done one group ride, and that's something I'm going to do very rarely. So, and that's the only time I've thought this is not enough power. So that's not enough for me to want to change the bike. However, I do know of other people, specifically subscribers actually, and other people I follow on YouTube. Actually, I'll put a link to one of them I can think of right now. I can't remember his name off the top of my is this Free Spirit Phil or I can't remember, but Phil HEWKIN. Yes, he rides the Suzuki S40 Boulevard, and he is a dad with I think 3 boys that are about in their 20s, and they all ride Suzuki S40 Boulevards, 1-cylinder, 650cc, and they all love it. So it really just depends what you want your bike for. If you want to cruise, if you already have a calm disposition, if you're not a speed racer demon and you like to go to the speed limit like me, then you'll be good. But if you want to keep up with other types of motorcycles, with a wider variety of motorcycles, then you're gonna feel left behind a lot. But anyways, that's my verdict as an 8-month-old rider. I will probably make another video after I've been riding for longer, when I'm more of an intermediate rider, and I may have different feedback then. But for now, that is what I think about 650cc cruiser.